Hi there, my name's Catherine and this is my channel, So Much Sewing. So this is not Vlogmas, this is just a little video about non-Christmas related sewing adventures. I don't know about you, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed with all the Vlogmases that are going around this year. Obviously love watching them, but I'm just exhausted. Just exhausted thinking about those poor men and women who are actually doing Vlogmas. It must take an awful lot of energy and time, and so I take my hat off to them. Like I say, I'm exhausted just watching them all, and I'm having to sort of limit myself, and I'm really struggling to keep up with even my favourite of favouritists vloggers. So I just thought I would put out a little video. If you're like me, you might be appreciating a little non-Vlogmas related video at the moment. You'll see me sitting here surrounded by cushions. We bought a new couch recently and I think we went overboard with the cushions and the throws, but this is our life. The dogs actually get up on the couch and kick them all around, so I'm forever putting them all back and washing them all, because with the dogs being on the couch and the cats also, they do get fur on them, so I'm forever washing them and rearranging them. So like I say, this should be a very short video. I'm hoping it'll be sort of 7 to 10 minutes long. We'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to show you some plans that I have. And I also wanted to show you the prize that I won for the Sew Wrapped Challenge. I can't believe it, but I actually won a prize. There are so many amazing entries, and yet Kristen and Gabrielle decided that my entry was deserving of a prize, and so I'm very, very grateful and thankful for that. Thank you very much. And also for Kristen and Gabrielle, they must have put in so much time and effort into running that challenge, and they had so many wonderful entries, so they did an amazing job. But the prize that I won were 3 patterns from Dhurata Davies, and I have not made any of her patterns before, so I'm really, really keen to get stuck in and make them up. I haven't got any of them printed out, so I'll pop pictures in over here, but this is one of them. This is the Edith dress, and this dress, I'm sorry, I'm just going to look at it as I'm talking to you. This is a really versatile dress. You can make it, well, as a dress, or you can turn it into a top or a skirt. I think it's the top version that I would make. Oh, see, look, there's the frill. Can you just make out the frill around the neckline of that top? And you can see the frill around the cuffs on the top. There's another variation on the top. So I think that's what I would make, is the top version. I know that's not ideal, sorry. Hopefully I'll be putting pictures from the website up here as well. So yeah, that top, I just really liked the stand-up sort of collar on it, and I like that it's a nice boxy shape, and I would probably wear it to a sort of a low hip length and wear it over a pair of trousers or a slip dress. I've possibly got some fabrics that might work for that top. I think it likes a sort of a medium weight. I had better check before I start telling you what it does want and what it doesn't want. But I think it'll be a light to medium weight linen and similar woven fabrics with a good amount of drape. So I think actually linen would be my choice for that. And this is wrinkled. It's been sitting in my stash for a while, so I do apologise. But look at the colour on that. And that's a nice linen. It is, I would say, a mid-weight linen. It probably doesn't have loads and loads and loads of drape, but I just love, love, love that colour. Look at that. So I think that would sit very nicely in that top with the higher neckline and the sort of just as the top. I just don't really think elastic around the middle like that is something that I would go for. My sew wrapped dress was obviously a wrap, but it was sort of slim fitting around the waist. There was not any extra fabric, but I just think if there's extra fabric around the top, and then there's the waistline, and then there's extra fabric around there, I just don't think that's going to flatter my figure so much. But I think that top, because it'll sort of draw attention up here and sort of widen me up here, and then I'll have a loose fit around my hip area, and then I can wear a skirt or a slip dress or a very slim pair of pants underneath it. And I think that that's something that would suit my physique. And what I might wear under that top is I could make the skirt from that pattern, from the Edith pattern. But there's actually another pattern that I got as part of my bundle. And I think this olive skirt is actually really lovely. I'm not a big skirt wearer. In fact, I don't have any skirts in my wardrobe at the moment. But if I was to wear a skirt, this definitely is the type of thing I would go for, because it's slim fitting around the waist. I think there's elastic at the waist. Is it elastic? I think it might be, or it's very flat front anyway. Oh, yep. So there's a little bit of elastic. You can see the detail there. So it's slim fitting around the waist area. And then when you get down towards the bottom, there's that frill that gives shaping to the bottom of the skirt. And so I just think that would be really quite flattering for my shape if I had that's not a very good picture because it's quite dark, but I think that probably shows off. And I think if I had that Edith top that I made up with the higher neck, and it's in a boxy sort of shape, and then because the top would be sort of boxy and sit out on my hips a little bit and be quite roomy there, but this is very slim fitting through here. And so I just think that would be a really nice silhouette, and it's got a nice high-low hem, and I think with the frill on the bottom, again, it would sort of balance out my physique a bit. That's what I think. And so I have some potential fabric matches, not that I'm saying I definitely will make the skirt out of these items, but they're just fabrics that I just saw as I was scooting through my sewing room, and so I grabbed them to show them to you. Again, all very unironed, so I apologise for that. Hello, Butchie has come to say hello to me. Hello, big boy. Hi. Oh no, you can get away from me. You're quite disgusting, aren't you, with that? What is that on your face? Oh, animals. So I believe this is a cotton. I think it's 100% cotton, but I can't be sure because I did purchase it quite a while ago. But yeah, it's got these amazing, what are they, swallows? Stalks? I don't really know. It's very soft. It's almost got a sort of a peached finish to it. Got amazing drape. So I think for that skirt, I think that could be quite fun. I mean, who knows what I'll end up making in this fabric, but I think that skirt probably would be a reasonably good match because it wants something quite drapey, and I just think that's really amazing and fun. I also have this, and it's 100% cotton, and they tell me it's a gauze, but to me it seems, I mean, it's quite see-through, as you can see, but it's a lot thicker. I mean, I'm thinking about gauze. I mean, I've seen people making things out of double gauze, and that looks sort of soft and puffy. This is quite a firmly structured weave. Not soft, I mean, it's lovely and drapey. And it's very, very gorgeous. I love these colours. They're amazing. I got this from Miss Maude, which is a New Zealand fabric store. They do fantastic designer fabrics. And And so that's from Miss Maude. So I think also that could be a very amazing skirt. Actually, that could be the top as well. Do you know, I think that top with the neck, the boxy top, and the olive skirt that I just showed you, made as an ensemble, I think that would be very nice. I think that would actually be lovely as I'm sitting here talking to you about that. I think that's an awesome idea, and I might seriously consider that. The third pattern that I received as part of my prize bundle is the overlap jacket. And this, I think, is quite similar to the moss jacket I've already made, although the moss jacket doesn't wrap over the front like that one does. So I probably wouldn't make the short version. And again, tying things around the middle might not be my favourite thing. But look at the longer version. I love that. I love that. That is exactly what I would make. In fact, this is exactly what I would make. It's the houndstooth version. Not that I wouldn't make it in houndstooth. Well, I could make it in houndstooth, but it's not the fabric that draws me to that. It's the long, swishy nature. I love a long jacket. And I'll show you a picture of the back detail. You can see that it's got a really cool belt loop in the back. Which you could make a feature, do that in a different colour. Again, I probably wouldn't wear the belt around it like that, but this has got lots of really cool finishing details where you know, that's lovely finishing details. So I have done bound seams like that before, but I just think that the pattern will give me instructions on how to do that properly, whereas I've just kind of fudged my way through it before. The pattern will talk me through how to do that properly. And I love that belt loop detail on the back. I think that's very, very special. So I definitely am going to make that. And I mean, I could make that again in this linen that I showed you before. It is quite structured, so I think that could work quite well. And also I have this, I think it's a twill. I think it's twill, I can't quite recall, but it's a beautiful deep purple. I just love these purple colours, and so this is quite structured, and I think that would look really, really nice in that drapey jacket. Although it's not amazingly drapey, it's got some quite straight lines to it, but the front sort of drapes, sort of waterfall-ish type style. And so I think that actually, again, the more I think about it, the more I think that would be fantastic. So we're going into our summer right now, but I think these plans that I'm thinking about here, with exception of perhaps the skirt, probably would be more my sort of autumn or fall plans. The last thing I wanted to talk to you about is what I will make with my fabric from the Dahlia Sewciety Bespoke box in November. These colours are, gosh, they're just so gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. It's a 95%, or is it 95 or 98%? Might be 98% cotton with a little bit of elastine in it. So it does have a tiny amount of stretch just to make it comfortable. And I am going to make something for my granddaughter. Her 5th birthday is in July next year. So I think I've got enough time to whip it up between now and July. But I just thought it would be an absolutely gorgeous party frock for her. I've got 2.5 meters. And what I thought I would make is the Ellie and Mac Be Curious dress. That's just exactly the pattern I had in mind when I first saw this fabric. I didn't know it was the Be Curious dress. I just had this vision in my mind, and I looked through my stash and I realized that I had this pattern. And so it's 4 woven fabrics. You can do that beautiful long sleeve dress, or you can do the cute little fluttery short sleeve. That dress has no frill on the bottom. That dress has a frill on the bottom. I think it's quite versatile, and I had thought if I was frugal with my with the version that I made, it's a lined bodice. So if I didn't line it, perhaps if I didn't put the frill on the bottom, perhaps if it was the short fluttery sleeve, then I might have some fabric left over to make this beautiful bubble skirt by Waves and Wild. And so that was my first thought, is that I would make a beautiful party dress for Lisa, and then I would make this little bubble skirt with the leftovers. And then I just looked more and more at this version here, and I just thought that that's absolutely gorgeous. And it's probably going to take 2 meters of fabric, I think, because it's quite full. It's got the frill, it's got the long sleeves, and at the end of the day, July is our winter, and so, I mean, it's not very thick, but I think as a party dress, a winter party dress, if it had long sleeves, I could even put a little frill on the end of the cuff. That would be so cute. I think as a winter party dress, I think that would work well. I mean, if it just had the little frilly thing here, we could put a fancy t-shirt underneath. You know, a textured or a lightly patterned but white t-shirt underneath, or we could pick out one of the colours, I suppose. But the more I think about it, the more I think I'll be going for that long sleeved version. I think it would just be so cute, and my plan would be to make it not exact. Well, I would put big seams on it, so that I could let it out as she grows, because I just would hate for this to be worn only once. So if I make big seam allowances on it, then as she grows, I can let it out, and then she might get a full year out of it, you know, going to other kids' parties and that sort of thing. So I think that's what I'll do. So that's all my plans. So I hopefully, it says it's 28 minutes now, but I know I've got a lot to cut out because I've been up and down and wandering about. So I know I've got a lot to cut out. So I hope this is a short video. Like I say, everybody's got so many videos to watch at the moment. I don't want to overwhelm you, but I really do appreciate you spending some of your time with me. Time is precious at this time of year with everything that you have to do to get Christmas organised in your house and all the videos that we have to watch. So thank you so much for spending time with me. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you again very, very soon. See ya.